What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, two-time Trainer of the Year, well-renowned trainer and manager, future Hall of Famer, Eddie Reynoso, weighs in and doubles back on what's being said and what his fighter, four-division world champion, superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, had to say on his interview on Azteca Boxing. Now, we know Eddie Reynoso, he has a lot of influence on what Canelo Alvarez does, what direction Canelo Alvarez goes. If you don't know, the four-division world champion, undisputed super middleweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer who is widely acknowledged as the face of the sport of boxing, Saul Canelo Alvarez, 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. At 33 years of age, he stands 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Canelo Alvarez was featured on Azteca Boxing, which Canelo Alvarez, he made the statement that he's in negotiations to face off for May 4th. Now, already, we know he fights on 2 dates, Cinco de Mayo weekend, Mexican Independence Day weekend. And as I told you guys, Canelo Alvarez will attempt to give you a third fight before the year is up. He loves the sport of boxing. And so we know this year he's going to fight May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend, and it's September 14th, Mexican Independence Day weekend. Those are the 2 Saturdays, the 14th and the 4th. And so Canelo Alvarez is stating that the reports are essentially true. He's in negotiations to fight David Benavidez or Charlo May 4th. He ruled out the possibility of fighting Terrence Crawford. But on the contrary, as I told you guys, and I made this video, and I told you guys, there is a way for Terrence Crawford to secure this fight with Canelo Alvarez. And I said the route that he should go is fighting the former WBO junior middleweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Jaime Munguia, because Jaime Munguia is in the conversation. And now Eddie Reynoso, he came out and doubled back, and he had this to say. He said that Canelo Alvarez is going to fight 3 times this year, and 3 out of those 4 guys, Jaime Munguia, David Benavidez, Charlo, and Terrence Crawford, will be on the calendar. He will fight 3 of those 4 guys, as long as, like he stated, as long as he gets out all these fights, for 1 with a W and 2 healthy. He says as long as Canelo Alvarez comes out healthy and comes out victorious, he will follow suit. It doesn't matter what order they're in. That he plans on fighting at least 3 of those 4 guys. And he stated they have had conversations now with all 4 guys. So Canelo Alvarez said, I really don't have no talks and no conversation, no thoughts on fighting Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford is a welterweight and I won't get credit. If I didn't get credit for fighting Charlo, who was a junior middleweight, I'm definitely not going to get credit for fighting Terrence Crawford, who is a welterweight, right? But this is what Eddie Reynoso had to say. And they started training camp, right? I'm going to show you the photos of them, right? This is them in camp. And he says that the 3rd fight in December, Canelo Alvarez wants the 3rd fight in Saudi Arabia. He said that Canelo Alvarez is fixated on fighting in Saudi Arabia. Now, look, that's Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez in camp right now, right? And so Eddie Reynoso is stating that Canelo Alvarez is fixated on fighting in Saudi Arabia, right? So this is an interview Eddie Reynoso did. I'm going to show you the interview. This is the interview with Eddie Reynoso. And as you can see,
han habido algunos cambios, pero pues vamos a ver qué es lo que viene.
Te puedo soltar yo la baraja y tú me dices si por ahí vamos. ¿Es Jaime Munguia, David Benavidez, Charlo y Crawford? ¿Por ahí va el asunto?
Todos ellos están ahí en la lista. Se ha platicado de pelear ya sea en mayo o en septiembre, pero como te digo, pues todo esto es también hacer negociaciones, de estar haciendo pues juntas a veces con los promotores que son del otro bando.
Eddie, entonces por lo que dice Carlos y por lo que entendemos de ese póker, pues van a salir las dos próximas peleas.
So he's going to say 3 times a year. Looking forward to September and May, getting out as well, healthy. The tough fights, I would like to have just 2 fights, but Canelo wants 3 fights. His intentions is the fighting in Saudi Arabia before the year is up. He wants to fight in Saudi Arabia before the year is up, which is ironic. Canelo Alvarez is willing to take the Saudi Arabia money, but it's ironic. So he's willing to take the Saudi Arabian money that people continue to say is not there, conveniently. So as I stated, the route for Terence Crawford, I don't think that Terence Crawford will be chosen in May or September unless he does what I said that he should do. Fight and beat and eliminate Jaime Munguia as a possible opponent for Canelo Alvarez. He doesn't have that option. And right now, Jaime Munguia will definitely agree to a fight with Terence Bud Crawford because it's a marquee fight, a marquee name, the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. It's going to seem winnable because he's coming up from 147. He's a smaller guy, right? And it's a chance they would take. It's a big fight, a massive pay-per-view marquee fight for Jaime Munguia. But it's a winnable fight for Terence Crawford. And it's a fight that Terence Crawford can make a statement to allure Canelo Alvarez into accepting the fight 1,000%. Now, we heard that David Benavidez has begun training in Florida, and we know his name is one of the options. Jamal Charlo, we know his name was one of the options. Jamal Charlo recently came out and he stated that he didn't even talk to Al Heyman since his last fight. But in the same token, he contradicted himself, and then he stated that he told them that he would do whatever it takes to make the fight happen. So did you not talk to Al Heyman and your team, or you did and you told him you'll do whatever it takes to make the fight happen? Which one is it, right? Nonetheless, right, he stated that that was the case, okay? Now, you look at it from this standpoint. David Benavidez, father, trainer, and manager, Jose Benavidez Sr., came out and he stated that they was informed that they wouldn't be fighting Canelo Alvarez in 2024, right? They have no clue whether it's going to happen or not, and they have been pursuing a fight with Canelo Alvarez for years. Jamal Charlo, to me, is a shoe-in. The reason Jamal Charlo is a shoe-in, stylistically, Eddie Reynoso, Canelo Alvarez, loves this style matchup. It's a very winnable fight for them. So they definitely don't mind taking that fight with Jamal Charlo. They just beat his identical twin brother, Jamal Charlo, September 30th. They're not going to be appalled to fighting Jamal Charlo. He's a shoe-in. Stylistically, they like the fight. And, you know, I think that, you know, that it's a fight that they don't mind, you know, making happen. Right? So with that said, I don't believe that, you know, that they have an issue with fighting, you know, Jamal Charlo. I think that that's a winnable fight. They like the style matchup. More so, they like the style matchup with Terence Crawford because of his size, but they don't see it worth his while right now. David Benavidez, they don't like that style matchup at all. Jaime Munguia, they like that style matchup, favorable, and Jamal Charlo. But they signed a 3-fight lucrative deal with the PBC. Or Jaime Munguia would definitely be a shoe-in. Okay? So with that said, I definitely think that, you know, Jamal Charlo is a shoe-in. The wild card is David Benavidez, right? And so with that said, I think that, you know, the 3 fights for him will be David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, Jaime Munguia. So if I'm Terence Crawford and I'm David Benavidez, it's the race to Jaime Munguia. In my opinion, it is the race to Jaime Munguia. In my opinion, I'll say it again. It is the race to Jaime Munguia. Whoever could get to Jaime Munguia first, it's the race to Jaime Munguia. Because beating him solidifies and justifies Canelo Alvarez fighting you. Period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.